Yeah, we're live. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. I catch you guys up on all the fun. Like that. Okay. Ta-da! I go live. All right. Are we live? Yes, we're live. I was a little busy. And one more. Ba-bam. I love how the Nia came out. Yeah. I gotta get this to them. And I'm still working on that. Gotta get the color. Yeah. It looks very dark. Let's try this. That's much better. That's not good. I'll show you the t-shirt in a little bit. I think it's one of the funniest. I wouldn't even think that was too close, but I guess it is. It's one of the weird things about when you're drawing so small. The color fill doesn't fill. An error. Let's correct that error. Damn, which it doesn't go. Yeah, see how I get. There's no reason for it to miss the finger. No reason for it to miss the finger. But it did. Things get this small. It's really difficult. Perfect. That works. Is that them coughing?
Yeah.
Dude, you should probably give up smoking.
I got sick powder on me.
I mean, dude.
Right there with you. Let me finish my story so I go to bed.
Oh, I didn't do that. Oh. Step 5 of things I didn't draw.
Step 1, close that bitch.
Right here. Yeah, that works. I think I should have used a different color for the t-shirt
Okay.
cubing than for the regular, you know, and maybe make it like worn. That's probably what I should have done. Yeah, maybe I'll distress the t-shirt a little bit. Let's leave it. Let's be lazy.
Let me
All right.
finish. So I can go to bed, please.
Okay. All right. And coming soon to a merch page near you. Do. Yeah, so you guys can see the t-shirt a little more clear. Just too funny. Boo-boo. Boo-boo. Jabby, you're today's favorite. What do you think? What do you think of the new VTuber in Cupine costume? You're always today's favorite, Jabby. this. Everyday's favorite. Bum 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 bum. Do, 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 do. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. Those. Do, 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 do. I don't have any way to get this to him. Post it for a little while. I could.
Are you still streaming?
I could. Oh. You're a bean. Yes, you're here. I was just talking about you. I was like, I don't have any way to give this to you. Do you have Steam? Yes, you have Steam. Steam is our friend. For now. It's our friend until it's not. I mean, you could probably just look me up. I think most people do. But if you need a code, there's my code. And try here. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, invite sent. Yep, that's definitely you. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's upload an image. What do you think of the Nia? What do you think of the Nia? Gave it a lot of thought. I had to really think about it. And here. There's one. There's two. There's my special bean place. And you requested a bean, you got a bean. And it's great to have the bean because I'm going to have a toy factory and it's going to be all new beans in there. So not only is it good to be in a Q-Bean costume, which is you're gonna appear all throughout the video. And especially at the end, but the factory is going to have beans, and it's going to feature everybody with a bean. Well, only 28 of them. I only have a limit of 28 beans. I don't have a limit for VTubers in cubing costumes. Yeah, I love it. I was about to do for the Nia like the I Love New York or I Love NYC, and I was thinking about doing that except changing the C into an A, and I was like going, it's just yeah, no. I like the kitty cat. Yeah, I think it came out. I love it. I love it a lot. I don't know when I'm going to put it in my merch page, but it's going to happen probably around Thanksgiving. And things get kind of slowed down. But it might happen in October. Who knows? I don't really have any plans this Halloween season, which I normally do. There was another, I was supposed to do another VTubers in Halloween costumes, chibi VTubers in Halloween costumes, and I just haven't gotten like around to like giving it more than the thought. One of my first art projects, digital art projects since I, started drawing again. And it's a little near and dear to me, but it's also kind of like there's a bittersweetness to it. But eventually, I'll probably, definitely not next year, and I don't know about this year, but we'll do something. I know, can you believe it? And I have so much prep work left to do. Getting the lyrics down, that was huge. That was a huge step. Singing is going to be the next big step in getting this down. Yeah, singing is going to be darn near monumental task. This year's already 2/3 over. Oh, is it still? All right, to let you know that mic tick is my cooling fan. I have a cooling station underneath my laptop that keeps my laptop from overheating. And that fan, sounds like a freaking helicopter. But if you're sitting where I'm sitting, you don't hear it at all. So it's like really bizarre. But yeah, if I move... First I thought it was, first I didn't understand where it was coming from. But if I move it out here, away from, give it a little distance from the laptop, it tends to go away. Let me check and see how it's going away. Maybe it's the microphone. Maybe my microphone is in the midst of dying, which that's not good. That's not good at all. Well, the fan is still underneath my laptop. It's just that I moved the mic, all the way on the side tray of my desk. So it's something about being, when I have it that close to the laptop, it just picks up the noise. And I could shut off the cooling fan, but I think it's important. This laptop heats up real quick. Yeah. It's the cooling, like I have a cooling tray that has, two big fans that blow right on the bottom of the laptop. And I guess, I don't know, if I get closer to it, maybe it, because I can easily, like, all I'd have to do to bring it back is just move the microphone. And it should come back. Well, once the fans come on. But just so you know, I don't hear that in real life. I don't hear that even up close. And it could be the microphone. It could be like, I could have broken the microphone, and that would be bad. Actually, my headphone microphone is pretty good. I could probably use that. Go back to using that. It's just kind of crappy because, I mean, one, it's not the best microphone in the world, but, it was still $50, and it was well worth the $50. It's 5 years old now, so. It is the first streaming purchase that I made, for streaming purposes. Ooh. So you don't think the microphone's broken? Well, I do have my fiber, like everything's close by. I have my my fiber optic modem, like literally right next to everything. I have my laptop, which sits in the center of my desk with a huge cooling fan underneath it. And maybe the cooling fan is going. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, it just needs to be away from that whole thing. And you're right, maybe something's not grounded. The fan has its own plug, and it's plugged into one of those chargers, which is plugged into a wall, which supposedly is a 3-prong. My house needs to be updated. I think what they did when they put in the 3-prong plugs is that they just hooked them up to the 2-prong and didn't ground them properly. So that could definitely be a whole issue that is causing all these problems. And my house is 90 years old. The modem is a wireless modem. And my laptop's connected directly in, but it might still be like doing a search. Yeah. I have a Fifine. When I bought it, it was $100, and I got 50% off, so it cost me $50. And I've never had any problems with it. Except me now just blaming it for USB. Oh, and the USB. I have 2 splitters. I have 2 splitters, which also might be, and that's all right here in front of my computer too. I didn't even think of that. Oh, it cuts out my freaking headphones all the time. It's played freaking tricks on the freaking mic. I can't remember when it was, but Streamlabs did an update, and it just dumped me out of, you know, the microphone and the connection to the desktop. And there also is I'm running my phone so I can see chat with the laptop, and they're very close. Everything's close. Everything's within reach. I have tablet. I have everything. I think the tablet is another connection as well. Oh, I want the Mime Junior. It's probably fine. I probably was um falsely accusing my microphone of failing. I could definitely see that. I think it's one of the reasons why I don't like really jump to conclusions. Well, I jump to conclusions, but I don't really act on them till I have all solid facts. It is part of my staying too long, which I have a tendency to do. I remember when, just this year, when I quit Discord and everybody was like shocked. How could you do this? How could you quit Discord? And I was just like going, it's now, I think it was May. May I quit Discord. I said, it's now May. When I should have quit Discord was October, when I first found out that they were breached in September. I was like, that's when I should have left. I just was kind of hoping that they would, get their act together and fix the problem. And instead of fixing the problem, they decided to put a more invasive or more personal information demanding program in place. And I know a lot of people buy Nitro, and so all their personal information is already in there. So this doesn't seem even nearly as invasive as it seemed to me. But it was because they got breached first. It's not because they're trying to fake protect the children. It's definitely because of the breach. And like I told her, I was like, I'm here too long. I need to go. If they fixed the problem last year, I probably would be staying, but they didn't fix the problem. The breach still exists. That's what people don't realize. That way, the avenue for people to go into Discord and get your personal information is right there. And the reason that I quit was because I didn't feel like I could keep those on my server, which I claim to be a safe space for people to be themselves. I didn't feel that I was able to keep them safe. Now, whether they join another server and that server, they get the breach over there, that's a whole different story. The original Discord breach affected server owners, which I was one, and it affected me. And I I don't know what to say. E-Man the elf came in yesterday and was all jazzed to do this. Has not sent me a t-shirt. Has not sent me a reference picture, and I tried to be slick about it and get a jump on it, but I couldn't get a reference picture, so we're not going to be doing them tonight. Right. I agree with you. I absolutely agree. Like I was saying, if even with the breach, if Discord did what they should have done, which is shore up the breach, kind of ensure that not really ensure that it won't happen again, but do use different methods of storing and keeping people's personal information, I would basically, I probably would still be there. Instead, I think it was September 20th. Might have been earlier. But in September, somebody hacked in. The avenue that they took was basically left open. And anybody who knows anything about how to breach a computer can easily gain this information. So instead of taking the direct path, which is fixing it or at least trying to shore it up and separate how people get into information, Discord decided that it didn't even need to be changed, and they didn't do a change. They basically just buried their head in the sand. And then, of course, this year they announced that they were going to be doing the age verification stuff, and we're going to be needing more personal information. Up to and including bank account numbers and things like that. And like I said, most people, I say most people, I know a lot of people bought Nitro. So all that information, it's not like anybody's giving up any new information. But whoever hacked in, they could hack in again. They didn't catch them. They didn't stop them. And anybody who has any, Anybody who's like an armchair freaking um hackers kind of the wrong word, but anybody who has any idea, knows their way around computers, and that includes me. That's why I know the level of it. Could go in and just gain all the information. And why? How can you feel safe when what information that they have, and luckily for me, not very much. What little information they had on me, they used, got hacked into. But can you imagine if I gave them my bank account number? Can you imagine if I gave them more personal information, like a birth certificate or driver's license number? That was the information that they were requiring. I just didn't. I didn't. I definitely didn't feel safe, and like I said, I, one of my big, selling points for even me is to have a safe space for people to be themselves, and I didn't feel like I could provide that with Discord. Yes, that's why. That's why I said I don't even know. Yes, yes. Thank you. Um, yeah, and it's why I'm not going back to Discord. And I had many years on Discord. I was there when it started. I think it's weird when people see even like how long I've been on Steam. I've been on Steam like forever. I don't even remember. $13 years. That's Steam's a little bit older than that. I think Steam's like 15 or 16 years old. I don't know. It's been around for 23 years. Oh. Yeah. September 12th will be 23 years. To 22, 11 months. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there. Only 13, and I've been there only 13 years, so they were around 9 more years before me. Well, 10 more years before me. Yeah. And I started my Steam January 6th. But I only created this Steam, like I said, so I can consolidate all the disc, the games that I had CDs for. And the first game that I played that wasn't one of those was bought for me, was gifted to me, and it was Batman Arkham Knight. Which is when I drew him, who is technically the very first being that I drew. Yeah, that being is the very first being that I drew. And it was because somebody gifted me the game. You see what a difference. You can see the shoes have changed. Oh, that's right. So the QB costumes are the original. But he's not. Oh, the nerd. Nerd's one of the last ones I did. But what it like to me, it's like night and day. Everything looks different. My nerd bean is actually going to be in. Yeah, let me bring up the actual OJ. That's the actual OG. You can see like you can see that I had no idea how to blend things, how to make things work. It's two different things. This is done with the typing. It's done with that. So I should do like this. Why did you not do what you're supposed to do? Yeah. That's how I typed it. Why are you doing like this? Yeah. I didn't go in and do any drawing. This is before I even had my tablet. And even before that, I had an art pad. This is before even that, when I drew him. And I drew him, the main reason that I drew him was to allow people to have a quick avatar until you can get your avatar up and running. Not just I didn't draw him for just me. It was supposed to be for everybody. So if you wanted to stream, you would get a Cubine. This is the original art. That's the doodle itself. And yeah. A thousand beans later. You can see I started to get a little bit better. Every bean there's more. But yeah, these are based on the originals. You can definitely tell like what a difference between even this and this. And even between it's big bulky shoes. I don't know why I thought that worked. It's now that I think about it, like it really never worked at all. Am I using Vista? I don't believe so. I don't even think I've ever used Vista. Unless my operating system is Vista. This is Windows 11. I'm using a when I upgraded, not this computer, but my previous computer, which you know, started smoking. What I did on that computer is somebody told me how to get a Windows 7 look. Yeah, I actually I think it's even before Windows 7. I wanted it to actually have the original XP, Windows XP look to it. And I think I'm just so long past it. Yeah, I loved XP. XP was definitely my favorite. It was easy to use, and you had more control over what you did with your computer. One of the problems with a lot of games that I own is that, well, I don't necessarily run on XP, but they run on such an early version that they're not supported. That's why I love Dungeon Keeper so much. Got my hand in the cookie jar. I used Linux for a while, and then I found myself gravitating back to Windows. Yeah, you really can't stream on Linux. Oh my god. Do, 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 do. Is that my fun t-shirt? Hmm. Hmm. Guess which one I have. I'll give you a hint. Starts with an N. Probably why I thought you can't stream. Oh, I won't get this up. Let me open my NVIDIA settings. Oh, of course there's an update. What else would there be? Oh, I cannot stop it. You have no choice. You will update your NVIDIA. Because I'm dumb. And do this while I'm streaming. Alright, I'm not going to open it again because it'll probably give me another update. got a few people. Let's raid somebody we haven't raided in a while. They're probably endings. They're a fun streamer. And they're saying they're back. Yeah, we got a lot done actually. We are going to press on. We got tomorrow's gonna be another art stream, and then I think I'm gonna call it singing lessons. Or rapping with the bean. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. But it should be fun. Thank you guys for joining me. Vera, I'm so happy I was able to get you the artwork and everything like that. You got your own bean. You got your own you in a costume. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I'm going to announce it when I'm going to give a date when I know. And then again, I might go on a whim and just basically just start making those t-shirts. As a realistic. You like them. Let's go. You are very welcome.